Hello, viewers of Spell, and welcome to the Spell Re YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing another series. What if Naruto got transported to Fairytail? Or what if Naruto was in Fairytail? I'm debating which one to call it at the moment of recording. But just real quick before we get started, I am starting to produce my own content about own worlds. That was the last video I uploaded, and I will be making a separate YouTube channel for it, along with making more discussion-based content. Because man, I think the main series that we're going to be going on is misconceptions. So if you find any of this that interesting, please like, share, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's begin this video. Our story starts off shortly after Sasuke left the village. Naruto and Jiraiya would be traveling around for about a month. Naruto being frustrated that Jiraiya's not teaching him anything. He keeps saying he can teach him how to make the Rasengan bigger, but he has some misgivings about that. He wants to learn how to use fancy techniques. As one day, Jiraiya would just tell him to wait in an area, as he needed to check in with a contact. Naruto would groan, knowing that Jiraiya is probably going to do some unseemly things. As hours went on, Naruto would spend a few hours training, and then get bored. He had started learning how to use his clones more effectively, even so. But before long, as Naruto would be waiting there, as he heard a sound, as he turned around seeing a vortex. The closest thing he could think of that it looked like a water going down a drain, but in reverse, as out of it came a man, a black jacket with red clouds on it. Naruto gulped, knowing that was a member of the Akatsuki. But this wasn't Itachi, or that fish guy that was with him. It was a man with a masked face with only one eye showing. As this man said, "Hello, Naruto. Or should I call you the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki?" As Naruto gulped as he summoned a number of clones. As Naruto knew if this man was anything like the Itachi or the man Itachi was with, he should run. As Naruto used the creation of his clones to try to escape, since he knew he had no chance. He had to go get Jiraiya. As Naruto remembered a little piece of paper Jiraiya gave him, as he tore it. This would hopefully send a signal to Jiraiya to say he was in trouble. As in town, Jiraiya would be talking to a woman as his pocket would start to burn. He would reach in and see the piece of paper as his eyes went wide. He quickly said, "I hope to talk to you later." As he quickly disappeared as he started rushing back to Naruto. As Naruto noticed that clouds were rolling in for no apparent reason. As he quickly received flashes of memory. His clones had been destroyed with a large fireball. As this man appeared in front of him. As he tried kicking it, as his foot went straight through the man. His eyes opened wide. As he came out the other side, the man turning around and grabbing him. As the man said, "I decided to get you early. After all, it'll only be more of a hassle later." As Naruto quickly made hand signs summoning more clones. As they started to rush him. The man started to have some issue, but quickly managed to dodge and strike them back. As Naruto decided to try to fight. As he unleashed a paper bomb, which blew up the tree they were standing on. The man seemingly disappearing. But before Naruto could celebrate, he seemed to appear out of the ground. As Naruto was shocked, his reaction was delayed a second as he was grabbed by the throat. As the man started sucking Naruto into this weird vortex, Naruto would feel something from the seal. A weird light, as the storm clouds above him were circling oddly. As Jiraiya managed to see Naruto right as he got sucked away, but a red/yellow light would pop as Naruto would disappear. Jiraiya would say, "No!" as he rushed the man. The man would be befuddled before he realized Jiraiya was attacking him. As the man quickly used his abilities and escaped. As the man would manage to escape, as Jiraiya just looked around, saying, "How could I fail them again?" But wait, that man looks surprised, and that disappearance. Is it possible Minato built some defense in the seal that I wasn't aware of? As Jiraiya quickly decided to try to figure something out. He had Naruto sign the Toad Scroll so he could summon them. As he quickly thought of that and pulled out his scroll, seeing Naruto's name, he knew he was alive, but he wasn't sure where. As the masked man appeared a ways away, as this weird plant figure would come out of the ground, as the man would say, "Zetsu, do you have any idea where he went?" As Zetsu said, "I don't know. Though I know there was a dimensional disturbance. Those clouds caused it. And his disappearance. It reminds me of seeing the fourth, but there was something different about it." As we flash to Naruto, as he would be waking up groggily, as he would see a few people surrounding him, as he couldn't really make out what they were saying. As one was saying, but he could kind of tell they're speaking a language. With one person saying, "I'm glad to see you're awake. What's your name?" Tried speaking but he realized his throat was completely parched. As she said, "Oops, sorry." As she walked out of the room and came back with a pitcher of water, she said, "You must be thirsty. Drink." As she said, "A couple of our members found you passed out in the woods. My name's Mira, and we've brought you to the Fairytail Guild." As Naruto finished drinking, he actually couldn't really understand a word she said. As he started saying, in his language, that what's a guild, what's Fairytail, and where's Pervy Sage? The white-haired girl Mir Jane would hold up a finger with the almost universal gesture for 1 minute. As Mir Jane would go down and get a couple people, as a short man walked up. Naruto couldn't see what he was saying as Naruto asked, "The man, do you speak my language?" The old man said, in a weird pitched speech, saying, "Sort of. I've heard and seen many things in my time, but your language is definitely different. I've heard a similar thing, but nothing quite the same." As Naruto could kind of tell what he was saying, as man would say, "Mara Jane, you can go ahead and tell the other Zays awake, and get me a medallion from our storage building. It's gonna be the Medallion of Comprehend Languages, or at least that's what it's gonna be listed under." As Mary Jane went down, as a few shuffles could be heard, as a pink-haired man appeared and said, and started talking to Naruto. As he was bombarded with questions before the old man said, "Natsu, you can stop pestering him. Give him Mary Jane a minute to get the medallion." A couple minutes later, Mary Jane came back holding a medallion. Makarov motioned for Naruto to put it over his head, and he did. And he could understand them, But he noticed that if he took the medallion off just a little, he couldn't understand what they were saying. As the pink-haired man would say, "My name's Natsu, Fairytail's resident dragon slayer. And the person who helped find ya. Over there's my new friend, Lucy." And as he pointed towards the cat, and that's my best friend, Happy. We're the three that found ya. As Naruto shook his head and said, "Glad to meet you. Where am I? How far away am I from the land of fire?" As Natsu said, "What's the land of fire?" Makarov saying, "Do you come from a place called the land of fire?" Naruto having a bad feeling about this, nodding and saying, "I have never heard of that place. You're in a place called Fiore." As Naruto's jaw nearly hit the floor, he had no idea where he was. And if they were so far away they didn't know of one of the major lands, as he quickly said, "Hidden Leaf Village?" As Makarov shook his head, saying, I've never heard of a Hidden Leaf Village." As Naruto realized he was a long way from home. And that'll be it for this part of What If Naruto was transported to Fairytail. Now, I do hope to continue the series, and answers will be forthcoming about certain things, about why did Asta get transported, what's going to happen to the Hidden Leaf Village, and the Great Ninja Villages, because yes, I actually have plans for that, along with him influencing parts of the story. So I think we'll have a bit of a slow start with the fact that I'm not... Well, you'll see that when I get to it. But if this does pique your interest, please like, share, and subscribe. All that nice YouTube algorithm soothing, I guess, since the algorithm does love smothering smaller channels. I also hope to do some of my own writing, which will be a lot different from What Ifs, on a different YouTube channel. Still trying to get things a little bit set up. I put the first video of kind of like what I was planning on doing on this channel. I also plan on doing more discussion-based content. So, I guess also like, share, and subscribe if any of that sounds interesting. But without further ado, this will be Spellry, signing off.